finding my own voice, my own way of expressing what I feel and um, what I see. That was the challenge that I was faced with. I'm Katy Olson, and I live in the United States in Minnesota. I spent some time at university and did a 3-year course in illustrative art. A lot of the work that you do when you're in an illustrative art course is very representational. And I did not want to be working in that way anymore. It wasn't even interesting to me at this point in my life. I was much more interested in expressing more the emotional aspect of our lives. And I think for me, also having been on the land for really all of my life, I've only lived urban for a few years. And the changes that have been brought about by climate and human disruption. And so I have a lot of grief about those. I wanted to express that. I wanted to express too the beauty of this land around me. I live in a place where there's thousands of lakes and wetlands and rivers, and it's very beautiful. So trying to find a way to communicate that. And I think the mapping water piece was maybe where I started to explore what that looked like. And but I was kind of floundering. I love stitch and I love fiber. I learned to embroider from my grandmother and knit from my other grandmother. And so I have that background with fabric and cloth, and I had been collecting fabric, cloth, lace for years. I have boxes of it, but I hadn't really explored how to put all that together. And then I came across Cas Holmes' book, Embroidering the Everyday. And it was kind of like an explosion in my mind. I was so out of touch with work that I wanted to do. For me, it showed a pathway, really, to work with fiber and stitch and paint. And it was like bringing two halves of myself together when I saw her work. And I was like, that's what I want to do. When I saw the course offered from Cas, there wasn't any hesitation because I already knew I wanted to explore working in that way. I knew I would be challenged to make work. I think I was a little almost trepidatious, right? Like what is going to happen? But the incredible support from Fibre Arts Take Two, number one, but also from the online Facebook community. That is such a key piece of what you're doing, because immediately I had people encouraging me, commenting on my things I was putting up on Facebook, and I felt like I belonged there, like I was part of a community. And that really was, it was very soul feeding to be a part of that group. And you can see behind me, that's a drawing, a very carefully rendered drawing of a person. And on this side are felt pieces that I made that are still very representational. And so this is more what's happening now in my work. And it's a much looser, freer style. One of the things I really appreciated about Cas Holmes' course was I was kind of stuck in judgment and critique, and judgment and control. But what she really encourages us to do is to audition and critique, which is a different process. You're in a different space completely when you're auditioning and critiquing what you're putting down versus kind of controlling every aspect of the process and then judging it. And to me, it felt a lot more open. It opened lots of possibilities for how the work could proceed. it is changing how I work. It really is. It's opened up a whole different avenue for me that I'm really excited about. The other thing that I think has really come about is confidence. I have increased confidence because of taking the course, the feedback that I got, the encouragement. I have entered work in 5 shows. I've written grants. I've gotten 2 grants to do public art projects. I am part of a cohort of 10 artists chosen to do work over the next year, and I get $10,000 to do that work. And I don't know that I would have had the confidence to reach for those if Fibre Arts Take Two hadn't been there for me and hadn't kind of busted me loose. And I just feel really excited for myself. I finally get to pursue a life of art and express what's inside me. And so I'm really grateful to Fibre Arts Take Two for helping me get there.